right, the Jazz making a change here. Collier's checked in. And a quick check now on the teams that led the league from the charity stripe a year ago. Fourth, Sacramento.
Yeah, knocking down free throws was a real specialty for them last year.
Pass to Bailey. Nurkic, a screen on DeRozan. Will it go? And it's laid in by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his second basket of the night.
Well, this is exactly where you want Jusuf Nurkic, operating on the offensive end.
And here's Paul. 27 points his last game. To the inside. And he floats it in for the easy two. Credit to sweet setup on that one.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Pass to Collier. Back to George. Achua with a rebound.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
George against MP. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Showing a good IQ for the game. MP feeding a guy ready to score.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Kings?
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
Yeah, what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Here's MP. Rebounded by Nurkic.
Oh, my goodness, those chippies, you come to regret those. That is a good look, and you can't complete it.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Down low. And Nurkic throws it down.
That's just about size right there. Big Nurk, get up and get down.
Here's MP. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Sacramento shooting their second and third shots at the line here. Free throw good, MP. Both shots good from the stripe.
Guys, I don't see how you can't be excited about the future for MP. This guy's got a great head on his shoulders. His first focus is winning, and you don't see that often from a young man this age.
Filipowski sets a screen. Some room here for Williams. No good on his first attempt of the game. Sacramento leading by 4. MP with it. Nurkic picks him up to the paint. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass. 7 points in the game.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Let's go with a 3, and he buries his first look.
Well, listen, he may not be lights out, but if you give him that good a look, he's going to hurt you.
Doris, while he's selective about it, Jusuf Nurkic has added a three-pointer to his game.
I think if you're a big in the modern NBA, you understand that your game is always about adapting to what's next. And listen, you have to be selective if you're just adding this element, but Jusuf Nurkic trying to evolve.
And in a game this close, they're going to challenge him.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
In such a rhythm right now. Feathery touch. He's lighting them up.
No good on the shot.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin.
Here's George, and it falls for him. He's now 4 of 7 from the field.
Another bucket. This guy just keeping his foot on the gas pedal.
Here's Paul. That one's off. Still out of sync. Utah leading. 26 seconds left to play in the first. George's shot is off. And Schroeder has got the ball here for the Sacramento Kings. This game against Utah, the first time they've met this year.
They'll be looking to impose their will against this team, something they couldn't achieve last season. Quick decision-making by MP. I love how confident he looked taking that shot.
Fader on the way. That one doesn't drop.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And guys, for the Kings, what jumps out at you stat-wise?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
On the floor for Utah, getting going in the second. They've got Jusuf Nurkic. Collier is out there with Keontae George. Then it's Filipowski. And it's Hendricks in at the 3 slot. George for 3. Monk grabs the miss. The Kings leading. Back to MP. To the middle. Stolen. Here's Hendricks. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Hendricks has got his first 2 points.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Ball passes to Monk. Back to MP. Fires for 3. Oh, a silky 3 from MP.
The floor spacing ability on display by MP right there.
George against Paul. Back to George. The 3. Sinks that one. Now shooting 5 of 10 and looking sharp.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Achua with a screen on George. Back to Achua. Achua with the dunk.
You have to know how to screen and then when to release. Achua, excellent execution.
Nurkic to screen on Paul. And Nurkic throws it down. Neither side willing to relent.
That's led to 8 lead changes and a bunch of drama already.
Paul with it. Nurkic picks him up. Here's Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
Trading the lead back and forth. Neither side is willing to back down.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Here's Nurkic. Back to George. The 3 is up. Rebound by Sacramento.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the board.
Sabonis with a screen on George. Pass to Monk. Here's Collier. And again it's Utah. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Jazz.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
Look at who's out there now for Sacramento. Saric checks in for Achua, and DeRozan is subbed in for Monk. And a switch here also for Utah. Markkanen's checked in. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Schroeder. The rebound by Filipowski. Filipowski's got his 4th rebound in this one. Markkanen, the pass to George. Saric against Nurkic. Utah moving the ball around. For 3, Collier. Sacramento grabs the miss. MP's got his 4th rebound in this one. Releases from 15. Utah has gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Nurkic to screen on Schroeder. Pass to George. Now Nurkic. He's guarded by Sabonis. Fades away. Shot by Nurkic. No good. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Kings. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Phoenix.
It's simple. Your defense has to be razor sharp on the road. You really want to take the crowd out of the game. Easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
Now MP. 11 points in the game. Pass to Sabonis. It's stolen by Nurkic. Markkanen with it. Picked up by DeRozan. And here's George. And he's 6 for 12 after that one.
And their offensive execution has really picked up here in the second period.
Kings trail by 6. Saric, a screen on George. Here's MP. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. You know, Doris, it seems like point guards have more scoring duties than ever.
There's no doubt, B.A., and why not take advantage if you have a lead guard who can both put the ball in the basket and set his teammates. The harder you are to guard individually, the harder your team is to guard.
Murray's checked in for the Kings. Zach LaVine comes in for Schroeder, then for Utah. Kessler, he's checked in for Nurkic. Bailey comes in for Filipowski. And Mikhailuk subbed in for Collier. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the refs. Now called by Doug Christie. He's going to talk it over with his guys. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks. The Kings forward DeMar DeRozan clearly bought in to helping take this team to the next level. He said, quote, "I appreciate the passion and the drive from the coaching staff, from the players to the fan base to everything, top to bottom. Guys want to win. Anything is possible." Back to you.
They are plenty talented. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Paul passes to LaVine. Back to MP. Inside. Outside for LaVine. 6 on the shot clock. No. 4 for 9 from the floor now. Utah leading by 6. To the middle. Pass to Markkanen. That's what he does. Lauri Markkanen.
Boy, slow start for him out of the gates, but you can feel that rhythm building.
MP high post. 13 points in the game. Controls the rebound and the putback.
And you hear a lot about Murray's activity, especially on the glass. I mean, he never stops working. Gets a lot of second chance points opportunities.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Markkanen. Now here's Love. The rebound by Murray. Murray's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Down low. Here's Collier. It's Markkanen on the wing. Here's Mikhailuk. And that one is hammered home.
Yeah, this is why people like to play with Mr. Markkanen. This guy is a solid passer out of that forward spot.
You got to give Isaiah Collier credit. He's a young player who knows his role, Doris.
One of those guys who's easy to play with because his primary job description is facilitator. Give this young man credit for finding open teammates. That certainly endears you to the veterans.
And a play like this has to make you excited for Bailey's future. If he's able to add more muscle, he's going to be tough to contain.
And the free throw, no good. And Grant, when it comes to pure shot-making ability, scouts love Ace Bailey's natural tools.
Yeah, when he's taking good shots, he can carry the offense. He needs to get a little stronger and clean up a few things, but his upside as a scorer is tremendous.
An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T Connected Cam? Knocks it down from distance.
They're shooting the three extremely well this quarter. It'll be fun to see if they can keep it up.
And DeRozan, the hang time.
Yeah, DeMar DeRozan leads, no doubt. What a finish.
Jazz leading by 10. Pass to Bailey. Markkanen outside. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Kings. High arcing shot.
This guy just simply can't find his rhythm, and sometimes that happens.
Here's Mikhailuk, defended by DeRozan. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Ball finds DeRozan. Back to MP. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Yeah, young guys can be so fearless. I mean, just look at MP battling there inside.
And he's good on the second. 11 seconds left in the first half. Filipowski sets a screen. Three-pointer. And the basket by Mikhailuk. Mikhailuk's got 8.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And so it's Utah liking their chances, ending the quarter with a 15-point lead. Boy, they've been playing at a fast pace, beating the defense in transition and adding to that big lead. We'll be back in a moment.
Good to see you. And let's do something we never, ever, ever do. And that's go off topic.
What topic?
So we don't have a topic, Shaq?
Isn't that a topic? Being off topic?
Well, that was more no topic than off topic, but that's all the time we have for this topic, thankfully. And let's move on now to that first half. Obviously, a lot of work to do for the Sacramento Kings. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different. We'll make substitutions. DeMar DeRozan is out there with Precious Achiuwa. Then it's Dennis Schroeder. Then it's MP. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Utah moving the ball around. Markkanen with a screen on Schroeder. Markkanen outside. Takes the 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
One thing they've done well tonight, and that's rebounding. Oh, excellent hustle by MP. He deserved to be rewarded with the bucket for his effort.
Pass to Nurkic. Here's Sensabaugh. Shoots over Schroeder. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
Honestly, I don't know how he pulled that off.
Malik Monk's checked in for DeRozan. And a switch here also for Utah. Williams is checked in for Markkanen. And so here's Sacramento. It's a 10-point game. The Lakers will be traveling in to face them after this one. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand.
With the way he can fill it up at this age, it's scary to think how good MP might be in a few years.
Here's Collier. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Utah.
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc. And the results have been outstanding.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Here's Schroeder. Rebound, Utah. Filipowski's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Collier. Here's Nurkic. And Nurkic throws it down.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Here's Sensabaugh. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
They're really shooting better from the free throw line since halftime. That's a big plus if you're holding a late lead.
There's a screen. To the paint. Looking. Oh!
Oh, great recognition there by MP. Getting it to the open man.
A terrific view of that move captured on the connected cam, thanks to AT&T. Here's Collier. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. And here's Nurkic for 3. Achiuwa with the rebound. Kings trail by 13. Monk finds Paul. Pass to Schroeder. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. And the first one at the line is good. That one's no good. Jazz leading by 12. Anderson inside. Achua's there. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Eight seconds left in the third quarter. They set a pick. Here's Paul. Nurkic with some nice D. And so it's the Utah Jazz now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. And they've got to come. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So the Utah 5 right now. Collier is out there with George. Then there's Kyle Anderson. Then it's Jusuf Nurkic. And it's Filipowski in at the 4 slot.
Boy, what a night for Jusuf Nurkic. They have gone to him time and again, and it's paying off.
Paul passes to Schroeder. Back to MP. Takes it in. It's rebounded by George. Utah leading by 14. Here's Collier. Kicks it to George. Pass to Filipowski. Nurkic is screen on Monk. Here's Anderson. And he banks in the layup.
Well, this is where Anderson has functioned for most of his career. So savvy on the interior.
Picked by Sabonis. Paul passes to Sabonis. Outside Monk. Outside Achua. Clock at 6. MP no good. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Jazz. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And it's just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
Then my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Pass to Nurkic. Utah moving the ball around. To 3, Collier, hauled in by the Kings. Ball finds Schroeder. Back to MP. Achua with a screen on George. Here's Paul. MP blast off.
Yeah, terrific take by MP. He's just punishing them on the drive.
Utah leading by 14. And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. And Sacramento making a change here. DeRozan is checked in. And a switch here also for Utah. Markkanen's checked in. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Will Hardy was going over with his team. And Coach reminded his team that leads can disappear quickly in the NBA. He said if we get loose and they make a few shots in a row, then this is a ball game again. Do not let that happen, he implored. Guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Paul passes to Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
What you love is a big man who understands the timing of a roll. Set the screen, get to the open spot. That is beautiful basketball.
Pass to Nurkic. Markkanen outside. Fires the 3. Knocks down the long J. Markkanen's got 24.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Getting it done inside. MP.
Well, I like when MP tries to carve space in the painted area. So effective down there.
We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Pass to Collier from the arc. Here's Nurkic. And Nurkic throws it down.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
Here's MP. The slam from MP.
Yes, speeding in there and getting some air time. MP with a solid jam off the drive.
Pass to Markkanen. And out of bounds. Sacramento will have it.
You have to be more careful with the basketball. These are possessions that you don't get back.
Ellis is checked in for the Kings. Then for Utah, Kessler, he's checked in for Jusuf Nurkic. And Bailey subbed in for Filipowski.
Boy, this guy was able to connect from deep in the first half. Hasn't found the range since.
Pass to George. And here's Markkanen to the left wing. George outside. Kessler, a screen on DeRozan. Shot clock at 6. And finished off by Kessler.
Well, tremendous strength and authority on that dunk. Nicely done, Walker Kessler.
MP inside. George defending. MP, the pass to Ellis. Back to Paul. Pass to Sabonis. That shot off the mark. Good D by Kessler. Utah leading by 15. George passes to Kessler. George outside. Markkanen sets a screen. It's George with the drive. And George with the jam.
This is why you select Keyonte George. This guy is very capable of huge offensive nights.
Ooh, Kessler with the block. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. And we've got a timeout called by Doug Christie. He wants to make sure they're perfect. .146 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Love. Now Filipowski. Utah moving the ball around. For 3, Collier. Rebound by Sacramento. Achua's got 4 rebounds now.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Jazz.
When you look at their assist totals, you can see why it was easier for them to score. The ball was really popping tonight.
And good things seem to happen when you're patient and willing to make the next pass. Their offense has flowed really well.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with a win in the first game.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Keyonte George.
Boy, his activity really stood out to me on the defensive end. He harassed ball handlers, came up with steals in transition. You had the feeling guys were looking over their shoulder, worried he was going to pick their pocket.
It's been all Jazz. They lead by 24, their biggest margin. Pass to Collier. 5 on the clock. To the wing on the left. Puts it up. No good from the wing. From deep, MP. Utah grabs the miss. And so it's Utah easily grabbing this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Now, shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
Now we send it over to Jennifer Quintana.
MP, you put a lot of focus pre-game on proving yourself against the other team's top rookie. But most impartial observers would say he outperformed you tonight. Thoughts?
Yeah, a few. He's a good player. Props to him, but it's early and we're both figuring out where we fit in this league. I'm confident, though. I know what I can do, and it's only a matter of time before I break out.
Looking forward to more, MP. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Brian, over to you.
All right, thanks, Jennifer. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. So long, everybody.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge. It's an exciting Sunday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony. Kings making a change here. Hall's checked in. And Doug Christie wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Taking a look at Los Angeles. The post pair form will be Vanderbilt and Ayton. Reeves in its shooting guard. James is the small forward. And it's Doncic in at the point. James in the post. DeRozan defending.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
You know, one thing about MP, he is used to pressure situations. Not long ago, he was leading his team to a European title with a win over a very stacked Istanbul team.
To get experience like that playing in a championship against other professionals, that's something that few rookies get to enter the league with. MP is very prepared for the pressure that will come at him in the NBA because of it.
Sabonis a screen on Doncic. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks, Kevin. The Lakers are always thinking title. Coach J.J. Redick said, everything I've ever done in this sport has been crystallized into how can I win a championship? I got close as a college player and as an NBA player. My hope and goal is to bring the Lakers their 18th NBA championship as head coach. Guys?
Yep, eyes on the prize. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. The drive by Paul and finished off by Paul.
MP knew exactly where he wanted to go and what he wanted to do with that one.
And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Trailing by 5. Pass to Doncic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Keegan Murray. And as the days and months go by, Greg, it still may take us some time to get over the shock of last season's trade of Luka Doncic.
And we know the question marks as far as conditioning and defense that led to it. So it's hard to bet against the talent of his caliber.
And the first one drops. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, the writing is on the wall. The Lakers are Luka's team now. And it seems quite possible this will be King James's final season with the team after he picked up his almost $53 million player option. While LeBron is not entirely comfortable with the situation from my understanding. And guys, he's got to make the most of every season he has left.
Yeah, you got to roll with the punches. All right, Shams, we thank you very much for that report.
One of the things that's really impressive about Luka Doncic is his continued growth. I mean, season to season, you see this guy working on himself, working on his mind, how he thinks the game and his body, and becoming a better athlete. That spells trouble for the league.
Lakers trail by 5. Doncic passes to James. Launches a 3, and it's Doncic. That time on the assist by LeBron. Doncic has got 18 points. Here's Paul. Last game he had 28 points. Murray a screen on Doncic. Here's MP, and MP throws it down.
MP doing a great job letting the play develop, making the defense pick their poison.
LeBron against Murray to the inside, and Hayes throws it down.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Now MP. He's got 6. Right side Sabonis. Just 5 on the clock. Hayes with the steal. A minute 50 left in the first quarter. Here's LeBron. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. The Kings leading. Paul for 3. And no good. Nice D from Doncic. Smart on the wing. He's guarded by Schroeder. Smart kicks to Doncic. The shot. No good. That would have tied it.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
The shot by Paul, no good. Los Angeles has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Laravia finds Smart. And again, no good by the Lakers. Kings shooting quite well in these early minutes, 55%. Right side, Sabonis. Outside, DeRozan. To the middle. AT that time from James. And for the Lakers, they're shooting at a nice 53% rate to start the game. They are sticking to the campaign. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd pleasing already.
And